Speak up. Speak clearly. Don't be scared. It's just talking. All right. Are you ready? In three, two, one.
Hi, this is Zap, and welcome to the Reset and Zap podcast.
I just need a reset. No, it's not enough to press pause. I think I need a reset. I need a reset. Reset. Welcome to the Reset and Zap podcast. I am your host, TeeJay. There is no Zap today because it's about me.
Zap went on vacation.
Yeah. But all jokes aside, hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy TeeJay, and we got a very special episode of the Reset and Zap podcast today. This is either part one or part two. I'm not sure what order we're going to put these in. But we're going to be doing a special episode where I'm going to be interviewed and interviewing very special guests. Yair Perez, a.k.a. Crystal's son, a.k.a. my stepson, a.k.a. I don't know, a.k.a. something else. So, and in a previous or after episode, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what order this is going to be in. But you also get another episode where Crystal is also going to sit down and speak with him as well. And we thought it would be interesting to get, just to see how this would go and see what kind of conversations come up. So we're going to dive right into it, and I'm going to put you on the spot. If there's anything you could ask me about anything, go ahead and ask me now. Let's get to know each other. Like, what is something you would like to know about me that you don't know?
That's interesting.
Come on, let's sit down and get to know each other.
Okay, so apart from your first console, like as a kid, you chose your first console, right?
Sorta.
Yeah. And your first console was
My first console that I've ever played was the Nintendo, the NES.
The NES.
The classic NES.
Yeah, I don't know why I wanted to say SNES, but
that was my favorite console. And that's probably the first one that I did actually choose. But the NES is one I got when my mother went to a yard sale and just happened to find a NES there that somebody was selling, and she just bought it home. And she actually played it a lot as well. She was a big fan of the Mario Brothers game on the NES. So me and my mom would sit down and play that game together a lot, and then that's how I was introduced to gaming. But then the Super Nintendo came along, and that was the one that solidified me as a gamer. That's the one where I was like, all right, I'm into this video game thing. But that was the first system I owned, I'll say. Prior to that, I used to go over to my cousin's house, and they had a Sega Master System, which is the one that came out before the Sega Genesis. It was like the NES equivalent of the Sega, basically. And that was the first console I think I ever played. But the first one I ever owned was the NES.
So like you got introduced to gaming with the NES, and then SNES is like where it kind of locked you in, like,
oh yeah, 100%. Like,
you decided
to
I'm
this
gonna be a
day
gamer.
that's probably still my favorite console of all time. It's just built with the nostalgia, the library, all the games that I played. It's like some of my earliest gaming memories is with the Super Nintendo. So like that is like my favorite console. So yeah, pretty much. All right, now. Yeah, I got you. It's okay. It's all good. All right, so since you asked me that question, I'm gonna ask you that question. Being that you're so much younger, I'm actually kind of interested to know, what was the first console you ever played?
The first console that I ever played was it was the Wii U.
Whew. Okay. Really?
Yeah.
You that young? Sheesh. Sheesh. This man just made me feel old. Your first console was the Wii U?
Yeah.
Good God. Whew. Okay. All right, continue. My bad.
And I remember on the Wii U, we used to play the Super Mario Bros. Game that was on there. I also played a lot of Minecraft. I think I was introduced to Minecraft because I played Minecraft since like it's longer than I can remember. I've played it since I was like very little. I still play it till this day. It's probably one of my most favorite games.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this kid loves some Minecraft. So he's been playing Minecraft ever since I've met him, and probably years before that. What got you so into Minecraft though? That's something I want to know. Like what is it about Minecraft that makes it your game?
That's actually a really good question. I will say that. I guess so. I'm mainly playing like creative mode. I would have to explain like how I play this, but I'm mainly playing creative mode because naturally I like building stuff and I like making my own stuff. And I guess I was just hooked by the fact that I have this like landscape all to myself, and I can just like terraform it in any way I want. I can basically rebuild the world, which is kind of what I've been doing, where I've been like, I have this Minecraft world that I've been working on for the past 3 years, and it's basically, I think you know it, but it's the one with I basically build a bunch of cities and road systems and a bunch of buildings and stuff. It's like I'm making my own country, kind of. And I have my own supermarkets and everything, and currency and government. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I see. So cool. You're just really creative. Then you just like to create. You like to have your little. It's like a big toy box you can just play in and just build whatever.
Yeah, like a sandbox, basically. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
A sandbox where I build too many apartments.
Okay. So all right. So if we take Minecraft out of the equation, what is another game that you would say is like high up there for you?
Pikmin 4.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good choice.
Pikmin 4.
Okay.
I cannot tell you how much I was like, how happy I was when they first announced that Pikmin 4 was coming out, and I was like, oh my god, Pikmin. Because naturally, like, before Pikmin 4, all we really had was like Pikmin 3 and maybe like Hey Pikmin. And when did Pikmin 3 release? Like 2014?
2014, 2015, something like that. Somewhere around there.
2015. It was like it had been probably like less than 10 years, like a decade or something, which would explain why we're only at Pikmin 4, but because that's like the time gap between every single game, because like Pikmin 1, then like near 2010, 10 years later, then came Pikmin 2, then like years later came Pikmin 3. It's like a big time gap for some reason each Pikmin game. I think it's because there's so much detail in these games that they have to put in. But I really like Pikmin because it's just a really fun game. I like how you have this big, vast, like open world, and you get to explore it, and you get to find all these treasures, and then it's really fun because you never know what you can find in Pikmin, because then you can find like Easter eggs and stuff. And like, this isn't any Pikmin game in general, but specifically in Pikmin 4, I don't know what it is about Pikmin 4, it just hits home for me.
Yeah, it's a really good game. It seems like the culmination of everything they've been trying to do with Pikmin as a franchise. So it's like, it's easily like the best game in the franchise. Like, they really took everything from the previous games and just kind of amped it up to another level. So I do agree with you that it's a good game.
Yeah, because then they have all sorts of elements too, because they have the cave elements from Pikmin 2, the open world exploration from Pikmin 3, as well as from Pikmin 1 in a way, and all sorts of little elements from every game. I think that's why I like it, because it's like a big mashup of everything that I like from Pikmin.
Okay. All right, that was a good warm-up. So now we're going to get a little deep now. Yeah, now that was just a warm-up, just to get you comfortable. Now that we're in the zone, it's something I want to ask you. I think this is going to be a very interesting question. All right. You are the son of ZapCristal. YouTube sensation. You know what I'm saying? Out here, Capcom creator, Xbox ambassador, all the stuff that you like to say. You already know. How does it feel, or how did it feel growing up with a mom that does YouTube? Like, how was that experience for you growing up with a mom that not only does YouTube, but actually does it quite well and made quite a name for herself doing it? Like, how did that feel for you?
It was, I will say, it was really fun.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked it mainly because, like, even when she was doing YouTube, it's not like she was one of those moms where she was like forcing me to be behind the camera. Like, she would actually give me like a choice, like, hey, do you want to be in this video? Do you want to join? I would be like, yeah, I want to join. Yeah, that sounds like fun. And like, it was really fun because early on in YouTube, like, because she's been doing YouTube for forever, like 10 years, I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, quite a while.
11 years. It's been like a decade. I remember early on we used to do like homeschool projects and we would like record them and stuff. It was really fun, and yeah, I liked it. And eventually, because I think originally her goal was like to make a family friendly channel, and then I think somehow, I forgot how, I think we eventually like slowly moved into gaming, and I think the Wii U kind of helped us slowly move into gaming, and then eventually we got into other things like Nintendo Switch and the 3DS and that whole thing, and I would like help her film, and we would like work together to film these videos and make sure they're like top notch for her channel, because why not? It was really fun.
Cool. I noticed a lot that you like to sing. You seem to like filming. You seem to like being the cameraman and doing stuff. What is it about that appeals to you? And for those of you who don't know, actually, y'all may not be aware of this, but a lot of the videos on my channel, especially the more recent ones, were actually filmed by Mr. Yair. Even some ones that are coming up in the future. I'm not sure when this episode comes out, but a lot of the videos you'll be seeing was actually filmed by this young man myself. Like, I know you did some stuff on Return of the Hero.
Yeah.
I know you did some stuff for Three Kings. It's been quite a bit. It's been quite a few of the videos that he's helped me film. He's actually really, really good. If you go all the way back to All About You, the Put It Down video was actually filmed by him. So
is that the first video I filmed?
I think that might be the one that you first fully filmed.
First fully filmed? Yeah.
Proud to Be a Gamer was
Yeah.
another one that you did. So yeah, he's actually been quite helpful with me and doing my channel stuff. And matter of fact, that's a good place to go. How does it feel filming for me? Like, now we talked about your mom, but how does it feel being a part of my channel? Because you've also been in videos on my channel as well. You've been in what was it, for Crystal Clear? You were in that video. The one for Return of the Hero, Fathers in the Game.
Yeah.
You were partly in Proud to Be a Gamer, because you show up in that one too. So like, how does it feel being a part of my channel and like helping me film and being part of that process? What is that like for you?
I think it's exciting. I don't know what it is about like filming and stuff. There's like, I don't know. I like it. There's something satisfying about getting a really good shot, especially like whether it be like photography or just video in general. There's something really satisfying about getting that perfect shot, especially. That's why I like using a lot of the cinematic features on iPhone when I'm helping you film your videos. Because I don't know what it is, but I just like to get a nice shot, a really nice shot, and I feel like the cinematic does that. As long as it doesn't do the really weird thing where like it blurs, it'll like do the cinematic background effect but in the foreground. Yeah, so I have to make sure that it's like just right so it doesn't do that. But it's really fun, it's really exciting. I like it when I'm able to help you film your videos, because then I can like help you get in some shots. Like, hey, I can have you walking down here, I'll walk with you, but like we're side by side, you know, like we're like side by side, but I'll follow you with the camera from the side. And
awesome. And to even go even further, you've become a part of my channel in another way, because you've also got into music production. And for those of you who may not be aware, he's produced quite a few songs for me at this point. One of my most favorite ones still to this day is from All About You, which the name is eluding me. If I'm Not With You. I'm Not With You is still one of my favorite produced songs. He's also produced something for an upcoming album that you guys have not heard yet. When Arcade 3 hits the shelves, you'll also hear some amazing production from him on a song called Gaming is for Nerds, which I think that's a banger as well. And he's actually gotten a little bit into doing a little music production. And how does it feel have you ever even thought about it? The fact that you actually have published music out there in the world, because your music is published. Your production is out there for the world to hear. How does that feel? Have you even thought about it?
see, not really. I feel like when I'm doing music production, I feel like I just get into the moment. Like when I'm creating it, I'm in my head and I'm pulling stuff out and I'm like looking through different samples and I'm like, what can I do with this? What can I do with this? And I just put random stuff together and I'm like, and I remember how it first started when we were publishing. So I remember I was like having you listen to some of the tracks that I made. And I remember you were like, I played the certain track. It was for the one with
If I'm Not With You.
yeah, If I'm Not With You. And I remember you were so excited. You were like, send me that one.
Because it was just at the moment. All right, so let me break that down. So I was working on the All About You album, which for those, actually I know y'all guys know what that is because it's my most popular video on my channel right now. Did you know that?
No.
All About You
wait.
is actually, that one has thousands of streams at this point. The All About You movie that we did that had all the videos together. We connected it together to make one big movie. I think it's just about to hit like 3,000 views. So that once again, like I said, your production is out there. Like people have heard it and they're very familiar with your sound because they have heard that album thousands of times at this point. And that's just the YouTube numbers. That's not including the Spotify, Apple Music, all the other streaming. That's just on YouTube. We're talking about 3,000. So when I was working on that album, I was looking for something specifically to fit a moment in time. Like that album, as you know, is very cinematic. It's a storytelling album where I'm trying to put all the pieces together to tell the story. And there was this one particular piece of the story that I was trying to find the right beat for, the right music to hit the emotional beats that I wanted it to hit. And I just couldn't find what I was looking for. And one day we because we used to do this, we still do this a lot actually. We'll just sit around and I'll be working on music and then he'll pop up with his laptop and sit beside me and just start working on stuff. And he'll play me some stuff. And he was playing this one track, the track that ended up being If I'm Not With You. And the moment I heard it, the words instantly popped into my head. I could literally, like, soon as I heard it, the music and the lyrics was just like, all right, I got it. I got the song. And he literally, I was like, yeah, I need you to send me that right now before I forget. Like, I'm like, you got to send it to me because I'm literally writing it as we speak. And he sent it to me and I literally started writing and recorded. I'm pretty sure I did the whole song that day. And we just knocked the whole song out, like, right then and there. And when it was finished, it was just like the perfect song. And when I first played it for your mom, she like bust out into tears. Because it was just like, oh, that's my son. First of all, that's my son producing. And that's just amazing. And then the subject matter of the song was actually deep and like very like impactful to what me and her were going through. So she was just super emotional when she first heard that song. And I was like, that's how I know that was the joint. That was the one. I was like, yeah, that's a banger. And like I said, man, you gotta give yourself props. Like that song is part of that album, which has been heard by people all around the world. So you're an international producer, man. Give it up for my boy. He doing his thing.
Gotta give myself a pat on the back. Ooh, I just accidentally hit the microphone.
All good. So
just hit the microphone in the process.
Have you always had an interest like in music? 'Cause I know you were doing production stuff before I moved here. But like, how long have you been like into doing music stuff? Like, how long has that been going on?
Actually, I hadn't been doing production too long before you had come by. I had only been doing production for like a year, less than a year before I met you.
Okay.
So I was still like relatively new when I first met you, and I was still doing production. Only reason I really got into music like I did is because one of my friends and my friend and I were talking about music and stuff, and they were like, hey, there's this app called Soundtrap, and like just if you want to check it out, like, hey, you can make music on there. And I was like, sure, why not? And I slowly got into it because I really had a passion for music at the time. Like I used to listen to all sorts of stuff. I was really big into R&B at the time.
Yeah, that's something I actually wanted to talk. We'll
yeah.
Finish your story. That's where we're going next. But go ahead.
Yeah, I used to really be like big into Erykah Badu and all sorts of people whom I've probably forgotten their names, and I need to catch up on. Like Ashanti Moore is one of them. I need to go back and listen to Ashanti Moore.
Matter of fact, let's go there now, actually, because this is something I've always wanted to talk to you about because I found it very interesting. Like your taste in music is very, what's the word? Before your time. Like most of the music that you listen to is music that came out before you were even born. So like how? And I'm just gonna be blunt about it. A lot of the stuff you listen to is very black. Like you listen to like some very soul R&B, some real blackity black stuff. I'm just gonna keep it real. And I'm like, how did that come across for you? Because you know what I mean. And for those, if you guys are not aware, he grew up in a Puerto Rican household. He was born in Puerto Rico. He grew up in Puerto Rico. So it's just like I found it very interesting that he listens to Erykah Badu and Mary J. Blige and stuff that I grew up on. Like obviously much older than him, and I am black. So it's like the kind of that music makes sense for me, but for you, you're so much younger, and you didn't even grow up in that kind of a household. So like, how did you even come in contact with that kind of music? Like where did that come from?
So this is gonna be interesting. Okay. So me and my mom used to be in the car, and whenever we were in the car, you know Sirius XM? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the radio station.
Yeah.
Well, technically, would that even be a radio?
It's radio.
Yeah,
Satellite
like
radio.
Satellite radio.
It's satellite
yeah.
radio, but it's still radio.
Yeah, and there used to be this R&B station, and we would just turn it on, and I was listening to the music. At first, I would ignore it. At first, I was just like in the back of my head, just staring out the window, like. And then I started like to just snap out of it. I was like, I listened to the music, and I was like slowly starting to get into it. And I was like, I kind of like this. I kind of like this. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. And then I listened to it more, and I was like, I started listening to songs. And then when I really got into R&B, it was probably with Mary J. Blige. Real Love.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, Real Love by Mary J. Blige. That's when I really started getting into R&B. And then from there, it just started spreading out. Like, I started listening to. Mainly, one thing I noticed about me is that I started listening to, and I always have listened to female R&B artists, and I don't know what
I've
it
noticed
is
that
about
too. I've noticed that too. Definitely.
I don't know why. I always listen to female R&B artists. Like, I'll listen to a male R&B artist like once in a while, like Maxwell or something. But like, I've always listened to like Aaliyah, Brandy, Monica, Shanti, Mary J. Blige, Erica, India.
Way before your time. Which I always thought that was very interesting, because like I would be playing certain music and you would be right beside me singing along, and I'm like, how do you even know this? Like, how do you know this? There's no reason, there's nothing about you that says that you should know anything about this kind of music. And I just always found that very, very interesting. Like, you have a very old soul when it comes to music taste. So I've always wanted to wonder, I kind of always wondered where that came from. So that was always very interesting.
I can't really get into modern music.
Yeah.
I can't really get into modern music. I've really tried, and there's some songs that I truly, genuinely like. I just can't get into modern music. I feel like music back then was kind of better.
Y'all heard
because
that
it had more
soul.
soul.
Hey, he said it, y'all, not me. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry.
This boy is 16 years old, and he's saying it. I'm just saying.
16-year-old.
The old man didn't. I just want to put it out there. The old man didn't say it. The old man didn't say it. The young dude said it.
I'm sorry.
I co-sign what he's saying. But I'm just saying he said it first. I just want to bring that up there. I don't want everybody being like, oh, there go the old man being old. Nope. 16.
I'm sorry.
He said it.
Hot take. 90s music has more soul and
All
originality.
Day, every day I've been saying, okay, all right. Let's move on.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get a little bit deeper on this. This is going to be my last one, the last question for me. But we're going to get a little deeper. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's perfectly fine. We can skip over it and move on. But I want to get a little deeper. All right? About, what's it been, like 3 years now? About 3 years? 2 or 3 years, something like that. You and your mom were living on your own. So it was just you and her. And she decided she wanted to be with me. And I moved to Texas. And we became a family at that point. And during that time, we were getting to know each other. We started growing attached to each other and whatnot. And at some point, you decided you wanted to call me Dad. Emotional. And I would like to ask, how did you get to that point, and what made you feel comfortable saying that? Yeah, we're getting deep. Told you we're gonna get deep. I just want to know, because that's not all. Because as somebody who grew up without a father as well, like we pretty much grew up in the same circumstances. Like mine was even worse because my father left when I was like 3 years old. So like I barely even know the man. So, and I've never been able to call another man father or dad ever since then. It's just that's never happened for me. So that's the part of it that I never got to experience, is being able to call somebody else dad. So I want to know, what was like, how did you come to that, and like, what did that feel like for you? Yeah, got deep. It's okay.
I'm actually not sure. I'm actually really not sure. Because I remember I used to call you TJ.
Yeah, you called me
For, like,
TJ for the longest time.
For the longest time, I
And
used to
one
just call
day
you
out of
TJ.
the blue, you just called me dad. Like, I didn't even ask you to call me that. I never told you to call me that. I never said you had to call me that. It was just one day out of the blue, you just said dad. And it completely threw me off. I was just like, did you just call me dad? You just call me dad? And I'm not gonna be real with you. I got really excited. I was like, oh, that's so dope. Like, he just called me dad. Like, unsolicited, like I said, not once. And you can verify this. I never once told you had to call me dad. I never forced you to call me dad. I never even suggested that you call me dad. You did that on your own, correct? So as you can see there, he verified that was the case. So that was a very special moment for me, because I felt like that's when we really became the family unit that we are now. And I do consider you my son. You are my son. And, there may be some people who might not like that, but I really don't care what people think. But I do consider you my son. So that moment was very, very special for me. And I just kind of wanted to know what your thought process was behind it. But you said it just kind of happened for you naturally. It was just...
I feel the reason why I used to call you TJ for the longest is because, not really because like, oh, who's this new guy? Not like that. Mainly because I mainly call you TJ because I saw you more like a friend back then. Okay. I saw you more like a friend.
Okay.
And then it wasn't until like, Lord knows when, like 2024?
Something like that.
Like a year ago. Then I just started calling you dad. Because I was like, okay, how do I word this? This is going to be...
Just say it. Just say it, and I'll help you get through it.
He's not friend anymore, he's dad. That's basically how my head said it.
Okay. Trying to make a nigga cry. Trying to make me cry.
He's not a friend anymore, he's dad. He's better than a friend.
Hey, what up? Oh, I like that. I like that. He's better than a friend. He's dad. Woo, that's a bar. Oh, man. Okay, we good now. With that, we can go ahead and wrap this episode up. I would like to thank Mr. Yair Perez for being a part of this special episode today. We want to thank you all for listening. We appreciate you coming out. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify or any of the other platforms, feel free to leave a comment below. Let us know how we're doing. And with that being said, I want to remind you all to reset and zap. No, hold on, let me do that again. Reset and TJ for the week. Peace out.
Peace.